unless you visited my house that you've never been to before, my kitchen, we have something to do today. As some of you may know, my birthday is on May 1st, and today the date is April 30th. And what that means is I'm gonna be spending my birthday in quarantine, as I'm sure many of you have or will as well. That's fine, I'm fine with it. I usually complain when I do nothing on my birthday, but on this birthday, I can't really complain because I have to be indoors. So, yeah, I've decided to follow up on a tradition. Every year since I was a baby, my mom would make me a signature birthday cake, which I would have at every birthday party, or if we didn't have a party, she would just make it and we would eat it on my birthday with our family. It's basically a vanilla sponge cake with strawberries and a fresh strawberry syrup, which she makes from scratch. And for obvious reasons, I cannot spend my birthday with my mom this year, and I decided that I'm 22 years old and it's time for me to be an adult, and it's time for me to make my own birthday cake, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I have asked her for the recipe, and I've written everything down in Chloe language, which is basically me drawing bowls and writing what goes in the bowls, a word order. I guess we can get started. If you want to cook with me, I will list the ingredients down below in the description. If you don't want to cook with me and you just want to watch, you're a true hero. I actually have this apron from art school because you needed an apron not to get your clothes dirty, but I got my clothes dirty anyway. So now that I'm not in art school anymore, I think it's appropriate to wear it in the kitchen where women belong. Okay, our first step is we take a bowl and we're gonna take 150 grams of flour. Now, we want to sift that to make it finer. I've already measured out my flour in a cup, and I'm just gonna put some here and just sift it through.
Hip hop is a way of life, a way of thinking.
Do you also feel like TikTok is kind of taking over the world in like many ways? Normally you would like listen to a song on the radio, or like you would hear it like on YouTube or Facebook. But lately I feel like there is this notion that if a song goes viral on a TikTok video, that song is famous, and that's the song that everyone's listening to.
Or I don't know if it's that way, or if songs that are already famous go viral on TikTok because people use them on TikTok. I don't know what it is, but every song that is famous right now, I basically call it a TikTok song, and I'm not the only one. Or am I? I will never know.
The next step is we need to take 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then, last dry ingredient, our pinch of salt. The next step is to beat the eggs. We're going to be separating the eggs. We're going to put our egg yolks aside, which is going to be our final mixing bowl. And we're just going to take this mixing bowl, which has the egg whites, and then we're going to beat it into a meringue. I've never done this before. I had no idea. This is actually so cool. Look, look. Stop moving, okay? Stop moving. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our stand mixer, which is this mixer, but on a stand. Honestly, I'm just happy to have a machine that does the mixing for me. Have you tried baking meringue with a whisk? Does not work. Does not. It reaches a point where it's kind of fluffy, but it will never reach a point where it's like phew. Our next step is we take the bowl with our lovely egg yolks and we're gonna put it in. Just gonna put this down. Hey Siri, how much is 150 grams of sugar in cups?
The answer is 0.76 cups.
So 2/3 of a cup. New strategy.
How much is 150 grams of sugar in ml? 179.23 million. That's better. Is 150 grams of sugar. It's 180 ml. And this is 100. And this is 15. So, it's okay, I can do this. So we need 100 and then we need 80. So what's 80 divided by 15? It's about 5.3333. So I need 5 of those plus a third. So 5 of these.
One eternity later.
So 150 grams of sugar is 1 of this, 5 of these, and then 1 of these. Lord, please. You know what? It's okay. I think it's okay. We're gonna go back to our mixing bowl. Enough of this drama. We are gonna take a mixing bowl and we're gonna add however much we said of sugar, 150 grams, 1 of these, 5 of these, and 1 of this. And then let's hope I did the math correctly. We're gonna add a little bit of vanilla in our mix. So I'm just gonna take the vanilla bean and I'm gonna scoop up the vanilla. And I'm gonna put some more. And then we're gonna get to a mixing. Now that we have our cake batter ready, we're gonna be preheating our oven to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. What am I saying? Celsius. But if you want to know how much 180 degrees is in Fahrenheit, you can ask Siri. She knows everything. She's like my best friend. So in terms of where to bake it, I have a 28 centimeters. Again, you can use Siri to know how much that is in inches. A 28 centimeter oven, steel, aluminum pan. I'm just gonna go ahead and butter the bottom of the pan tiny little bit, just grease it up enough so that my cake doesn't stick. I'm just gonna grease. So in regards to cooking, we're gonna bake it at 180 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And we need to bake it at the second tray from the top because if we do it at the bottom, it's gonna sit. So we need to do it at the top. Baking a cake is not easy peasy lemon squeezy. We've buttered our pan. And what you're gonna do now is I'm gonna pour the batter in the pan. We have our mixture right here. We're ready to bake. Pray for me. Pray for you if you're a guest to my birthday party tomorrow. JK, because no one can come. Little did she know that was not the truth.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes and count.
So I think our cake might be ready. We're gonna do the toothpick test. That's clean. Here we have it. It looks really nice. Of course, for my famous birthday cake, it wouldn't be famous if it wasn't for strawberries. we are gonna make our homemade strawberry syrup from scratch. We're gonna need to use, this is, let's say, 1 container. We're gonna need to use 1.5 of that. Look at that beauty. So we're gonna take our bowl of strawberries right here, and we're gonna go ahead and wash them and then cut them in half and remove the stem. Put it on our stove and turn it on I'd say medium heat, and we're gonna let it boil. Now we want to stay on top of this, because if we leave, what's gonna happen is it's gonna boil up and it will spill out of the pot. So here we see our strawberries have taken a boil, and we have it on low temperature, and we're just gonna let that simmer for another, I think, around 10 minutes. While it's cooking, I'm gonna add a dash of lemon juice. Just a little bit. So after it has boiled for a while and we can see that the strawberries are really soft, is when we add the sugar. So we add 1 cup of sugar. I'm just gonna stir that in. We're gonna let it sit for another, say, 5 to 10 minutes, low heat. Here we're gonna add a splash of Mastic liquor, just this much. Now, Mastic liquor is a Greek liquor from Chios, and it's mastic, which is a tree, and they use the sap of the tree because it's this really sweet and unique flavor, and they make all kinds of desserts with it. If you don't have Mastic liquor because you don't live in Greece, you can use Cognac instead, and it'll do the same trick. Our cake is out of the oven, and we're actually gonna cover this with a towel, and we're gonna let it cool overnight. It has been about 10 minutes, our sugar has fully dissolved, and I'm gonna set this aside and cover it, and we're gonna let it cool overnight outside of the fridge, and then in the morning we're gonna put it in the fridge. So I will see you tomorrow on my birthday, and we're gonna assemble the rest of the cake.
Day 2.
So we are gonna assemble the cake today. We're gonna need to make a whipped cream, which is gonna be our main topping for the cake. I'm gonna use a whole bunch of whipped cream. I don't know how much I'm gonna use. I'm gonna start by whipping 400 ml. I have my friend here, Vaso. Hello. Hey. She's gonna stay 2 meters away from me. Do not worry. We're gonna be washing and cutting our strawberries. This is whipped cream, and we're gonna work on our strawberries. So now, the next step is to cut our cake in half. It's kind of a little bit flat, as you can see here. It doesn't have much depth. I'm gonna flip this upside down. I'm gonna put the cake over it, so we have an even surface. And then from what I've heard from the professionals, is you just press it down and you cut.
The only one who can take care of you and understand you is you, yourself. So you must take care of yourself.
I'm gonna use this.
Constant change. You're capable of change.
Now, the next step, we need to spray this with a little bit of alcohol so that it doesn't feel dry when you're eating it. And we're gonna be using the same alcohol that we used when I made the syrup.
A world in which you have no restriction.
Beautiful. I'm also gonna take some of the strawberry syrup and just lightly brush over the bread. Now that the bottom is ready, I'm gonna take my rubber spatula. I'm gonna take a dollop and then just nicely spread it out. And now we have the strawberries that my friend was so sweet to wash for me. And I'm just gonna take them and then I'm gonna cut them in half on this side. So then we have the two halves. And then I'm just gonna place them all around the cake. So now we have our cake ready and we're gonna put it in the fridge to chill for a few hours until we are ready to cut it in. Wow. We had planned a video call with my family for the birthday, but we had a surprise at the door.
I don't know who it is. Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chloe. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you now? 22.
So here is the final product. I think the cake was delicious and everyone seemed to enjoy it at the party. I just want to say a big thank you to all of my friends and family who were there physically or mentally. It really meant the world to me to have all these people that I love around me, even through these difficult times of the coronavirus. Don't worry, we kept our distance, but I really hope that next year I can have a big party with everyone that I love being there. If you'd like to see more, please make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!